All right, future engineers, listen up. If you're taking Chem 1365 at Tulsa Community College, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to break down your entire syllabus, turning it into a simple, clear guide. Think of this as your roadmap to not just pass, but to really crush general chemistry for engineers. Let's dive in.
So here's what we're going to cover. We've got 5 key sections. First, we'll talk about why this class is so important for you. Then, who's going to be your guide? After that, the big one, how you'll be graded. We'll also cover the rules of the road you can't ignore. And finally, we'll look at your entire semester at a glance.
Okay, first things first. Let's tackle that big question that's probably on your mind. Why am I, a future engineer, sitting in a chemistry class? This is where we connect the dots between what you do in the lab and what you'll be doing in your career.
Seriously, it's a fair question, right? I'm sure you've thought about it. You're here to design the next big thing, to build bridges, to work on complex systems. So what's the deal with all these molecules and beakers?
Well, here's your answer. This is not just some random science class you have to check off a list. This course is specifically built for engineers. The principles you're going to learn here, they are the absolute bedrock for understanding things like material science, thermodynamics, and electrochemistry, all of which are critical for real-world engineering.
All right, so now that we've got the why covered, let's get into the what and the who. We're going to look at what you're actually expected to learn and who's going to be guiding you through it all.
So, the person leading you on this journey is Professor Luis Bello. Here's all his contact info. But I want you to pay close attention to that last line. You can expect an email response within 24 hours. You know, having a professor who gets back to you that quickly is a total game changer. It means help is always close by.
So, what's your mission in this class? Well, it's not just about memorizing facts. It's about building real practical skills. You're going to learn to actually speak the language of chemistry. You'll get hands-on experience in the lab with things like filtration and titration, and you'll learn to tackle complex problems involving equilibrium and redox reactions. Each skill builds on the last, giving you a really solid foundation. All right, let's talk about the thing that's on everybody's mind, your grade. 'Cause, let's be real, understanding how you're graded is the key to coming up with a smart strategy for the semester.
Okay, take a look at this. This chart tells you everything you need to know. The whole course is out of about 530 points. And those lab reports, they're worth 280 of those points. That's over half your grade. So if you take only one thing away from this explainer, let it be this. Your lab reports are the most important part of this course, period.
And hey, just in case you thought I was exaggerating about how important the labs are, the syllabus puts it in black and white. Lab attendance is mandatory. There are no makeups. If you miss a lab, you get a 0 on it. End of story. This is the one rule you absolutely, positively cannot forget. And while we're talking about points, let's talk deadlines. If you submit an assignment late, it can be penalized by up to 30%. That's a huge chunk. So stay organized, get your work in on time, and don't throw away points you worked hard to earn.
Next up, let's talk about the rules of the road. Every class has them, but these are the ones you really need to pay attention to, especially when it comes to things like modern tech and academic honesty.
This is actually pretty cool. This course has a really modern and, frankly, practical approach to AI. You are not only allowed, but you're actually encouraged to use AI tools to help you learn. Use them to help you refine a lab report or to work through concepts with an AI tutor. But, and this is a big but, the line is drawn at replacing your own work. It's a tool to help you think, not a tool to think for you.
And all of that ties back to TCC's academic integrity policy. The main idea is super simple. Do your own work. It's about honesty and ethics. Don't try to pass off someone else's work as yours, and definitely don't make up results. It's all about the integrity of your education. And you know what? It's about the integrity you'll need as a professional engineer down the road.
All right, for our last section, let's zoom out and take a look at the whole semester. This is your high-level map, your bird's-eye view, so you know exactly what's coming and when.
You can see there's a really clear rhythm to the semester. You'll kick things off with lab safety. Your first quiz is just a couple weeks later in week 3. And then you have your midterm in week 9, which is right before a well-deserved spring break. Perfect timing, right? The final exam then wraps everything up in week 17. Seriously, pull out your calendar and plug these dates in now.
So all in all, you're looking at 4 quizzes and 2 major exams. The assessments are spread out pretty evenly. It's all designed to keep you on track without any last-minute surprises or crunches.
So, what do you actually need for this course? Just one textbook,
Chemistry 2E from OpenStax. And here's the best part. Ready for this? It is completely 100% free. It's an open source textbook, which is just awesome, and it's one less thing for you to worry about this semester.
So there you have it. That's your roadmap for Chem 1 365. Remember, every concept, every calculation, every single lab report, it's all a piece of your foundation as an engineer. The real question isn't just about getting through the class. It's about what you're going to build with this knowledge. So are you ready to build the future, one molecule at a time?